guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Anna and today I have a new seller's haul for you guys, and I have gone ahead and I have previewed some of the items that will be out on the table this week. But you guys, I am really excited about this table. I know I say it all the time, but if you guys don't know, a lot of the raw specimens are some of my favorite when it comes to crystals. Honestly, I just feel like once you've collected all the polish and pretty crystals, you really start to gravitate towards something different. And I personally myself am here for all of like the raw, the half polished pieces. I really love those in my collection versus like a lot of the polished pieces. I would say I have a good mix of both, but I will definitely say once you're kind of over the typical spheres, towers, and things like that, you really start to get drawn to collecting a lot of the raw materials. Some people even before that really gravitate to raw rocks. There are people who just collect raw specimens over like polished pieces. So again, it's all just preference, but I am super excited because everything out on the table, there are a few polished items, but a lot of the items are polished / raw. So I waited till I had a lot of raw items to put a full raw live sale together for you guys. But let's get started because I am so excited to show you guys what is out on the table. So there are some items on the left hand side and the right hand side that aren't in frame because again, we have a lot out on the table. So I just want you guys to be mindful. There are some things to the side that aren't showing too well, but I will show you everything that is out on the table. So let's get right into it. So the first thing I have out on the table is Selenite. So I will have two options of Selenite. I do have these smaller pieces that are just plain Selenite, and then I do have some bigger pieces that have some inclusions that are absolutely stunning. How gorgeous are these? So there is something called Selenite and there is something called satin spar. So what you guys see, that kind of cat eye look, that is satin spar, whereas these are actually true Selenite. So they both are in the gypsum family, which gives it that really gorgeous luster. But I just want you guys to know the difference. So satin spar is more of like that cat eye. It's not very transparent type of selenite. And this is actual selenite that you can see through. There are some more clear pieces. There are some more kind of foggier pieces. But majority of the selenite is really nice and transparent. So the selenite that does look like cat eye and is more foggy is called satin spar, and this is actually called selenite, because I know a few people kind of are like, oh, is the more transparent one satin spar, or they don't know the difference. So there's a little bit of a difference for you guys, so you guys can know what the difference is between them. And then I also have some gorgeous larger slabs of these selenite that have some hematite inclusion, and you guys, they are so gorgeous. So this piece has very little right here at the bottom, not too much, so it is mostly a nice white pale color. But wait till I show you guys the ones with the hematite inclusions. They are insane. So I like to say that they have a really gorgeous dusting of pink in them. So I just want you guys to see this right here. This is not my hand. This is the hematite inclusion that gives it such a gorgeous kind of dusting of pink throughout the piece. You guys, these are honestly so stunning, and I promise the camera doesn't do these any justice. So these are actually out of Mexico. They're actually from Chihuahua, Mexico, which is the same place where Laguna agates are found. And you guys, they are so beautiful. So one side is kind of more raw, not as polished up, and then the other side has that gorgeous almost like window, so you can really see the beautiful hematite inclusions. I honestly fell in love because I have never in my life, and I kid you not, I've been a part of a lot of live sales. I follow a lot of crystal shops, but I have never in my life seen this. This is the first time that I've seen or heard of this. Again, I'm not sure if other shops have had them. I personally haven't seen them in the last 3 years that I've been in business. So you guys, you already know when I saw these, I had to snag them up for you guys. How incredible are these? I mean, just absolutely out of this world. I love that one side is kind of polished up so you can really see the inclusions in it, and then I love how the other side is just raw, so you kind of get the best of both worlds when it comes to these pieces. And oh my god, they are just absolutely out of this world. I honestly have nothing to say besides you'll get it if you get a piece. Like when you see these in person, I really do feel like when you see these in person, you will just like die. When I died when I saw them, because my vendor showed me these and I was like, stop, these are out of this world. But when I actually saw them in person, they really are something that I have never seen before. Look at this piece. It has so much in it. Oh my goodness, how amazing are these? Oh, I can't get too loud, I can't yell because it is kind of early in the day, but how absolutely incredible are these? Honestly, I'm just dumbfounded because I have never in my life seen something like this. And again, I haven't seen other shops offering it also. So I am super excited that I was able to get my hands on these. They were selling like crazy when my vendor showed me them. They were like, if you're gonna get a piece, don't think too hard because they are selling out really quick. But how gorgeous. So I do only have 5 pieces. So definitely if you can join the live sale, try to join the live sale because I don't know if these will make it to the website. So I don't leave a lot of pieces for the website. I do kind of put everything out on the table and then the remainder of what is left makes it to my website. But that's just because there isn't too much foot traffic after live sales to my website. So I kind of wait. Also, I did want to make an announcement, kind of a big deal, kind of not really, but I did reopen my Etsy shop. So I know a lot of you guys used to follow me on Etsy, and I know some people when I moved to the website didn't necessarily follow me over to the website. I will say I definitely had more orders on Etsy than I do on my website, kind of like those random orders. So I did decide to open it back up, but it is limited. So I am only going to be posting kind of bigger statement items or whatever I have in bulk to my Etsy. So everything that I do have in my inventory will be posted to my website, but I did open Etsy back up just for bigger statement pieces because there is already a big fan base for Etsy. There is a lot of people that just use Etsy to find things. So I figured, you know what? Let me just reopen it. I'll put some bigger statement pieces on there and we'll see how it does. So depending how we do, I might just do both. But for now, I am thinking for Etsy, I'm just gonna do my bigger statement items and then everything else will be on my website. So the statement items and smaller items, everything will be on the website, and then kind of bigger, more expensive pieces will just make their way over to Etsy. And I do have a disclaimer on my Etsy letting folks know that my full inventory is on my website, but just that I'm going to use Etsy for kind of statement, bigger pieces. So all of you guys who loved Etsy, a lot of my bigger pieces will be on there. And if you do prefer to pay via Etsy on the live sales, just let me know. It's just Etsy does charge you guys fees on top of like taxes and all that. So to save you, that's why I kind of went with my own website. But I have noticed that there's more traffic on Etsy, so I did just list up a couple items. It's not something that I'm going to be regularly updating. It really isn't, especially if I have a live sale that there's less expensive things. Those will probably make it to my website versus Etsy. Etsy will mainly and strictly just be kind of for bigger piece items or anything that I really do have in bulk and I'm trying to clear out. So I just wanted to let you guys know it is back up and running if you guys wanted to check it out. I just feel like it's good to have your toes in a few places. So I do have my website and that will be the primary place where I upload everything. And then I will keep Etsy for just bigger statement pieces just to kind of, you know, get some folks through Etsy as well. So let me get back into it. Sorry, I just wanted to put that disclaimer out. The next thing that I have, which is really unique and another piece that I have not seen before, are these amazing orange kyanite. These pieces are from Zimbabwe and I actually ended up naming the live sale for this weekend crystals from around the world because a lot of these places are from everywhere. But look at how stunning these are. Another thing that I have never seen before. I was able to actually snag this during the Tucson Gem Show. which at this point was probably half a year ago, so they've been sitting around for a while, but I was able to grab them up and I just really love the way they look, and I never knew what live sale to throw them onto. So when I was doing this raw specimen live sale, I was like, oh my god, this is perfect. This is exactly when I'm gonna throw it in. Then the next piece I have is also from Africa. These are from the Republic of the Congo. So these are from the Congo, and can you guys guess what these are? You guys, I am super excited about these. I was finally able to get my hands on Kundalini citrine. Oh my god, you guys. So I've only gotten Kundalini citrines in once before. Probably, I want to say the first couple months my shop was open, so almost 3 years ago, and it's been so hard for me to find more, but I was able again to find some more during the same time as Tucson was going on. And you guys, look at how stunning these pieces are. So I just want you guys to be aware that this is how citrine grows. Citrine grows in points. So whenever you see like citrine clusters with really small points, that is probably heated amethyst, because citrine naturally grows in point form. So you know how you guys see the clear quartz clusters with nice and large points? That is how citrine grows. It doesn't grow in like smaller clusters with mini points. That's probably usually heated amethyst or some type of heated or dyed crystal. So definitely be careful, but I am so excited about these. Now what I absolutely love, especially like this piece you guys will see, is a lot of these pieces still have clay and iron inclusions that are natural to the citrine. So they weren't fully stripped of or washed off the iron and the clay inclusions. So when I mean these are pretty raw, these are pretty raw. Like these are from the ground, not really polished up. They literally just cleaned it off. So you guys can see that beautiful citrine. Some of it, do you guys even see those red inclusions? Some of them even have hematite inclusions. You guys, I am so excited about these pieces. I have been waiting so long to get some more of these Kundalini citrines in. And you guys, they honestly, oh my god, they do not disappoint. Look at how stunning these are. Oh, it has been so hard for me to find Kundalini citrines, so I am so excited that I was finally able to find a few, and I have a good variety. There is about 15 of them, so definitely, again, if you can join the live sale, join the live sale. I'm not sure if there will be any pieces left over, so I do just want to make that disclaimer. The next thing I have out on the table are these really cute fluorite octahedrons. I was able to get personal octahedrons for myself many years ago, and it's been really hard to find them, but I was finally able to find some, and I am super excited about these. They are not fully polished up. They are still kind of raw. A lot of the pieces don't have really nice pointy ends, because a lot of these pieces are kind of like half polished, half still kind of raw, but I absolutely love them. So I did do them in groups of 3s and 4s for you guys. So there is like one big one and 3 smaller ones, and there are some groups that just have all the same size, so there will be a nice variety. I also try to make sure that when I did put a lot of these groups together, that you guys have a variety of colors. So as you guys can tell, I try to make sure each set had a green piece, a blue piece, a purple piece, if I had enough. There are some pieces that are like fully green and blue. There are a lot of pieces that have all 3 colors, blue, green, purple, so there will be a nice variety. So I love that they are in sets. I think just picking one piece at a time was just kind of not the way I wanted to go with those, so I did make sure that I put them in sets, but I did make sure all the sets had really nice color varieties for you guys. So now let's move over to the right hand side, because there is a lot on the right hand side. So I did move the camera over a bit because I want you guys to kind of get the full tablescape, because again, it was kind of hard to get everything in one. Oh, you guys, the right side definitely has my heart. So the first thing I want to show you guys are these absolutely incredible towers that I found recently. These are Shadakites, chrysocolla, and galena. So you see that kind of piratey silver inclusions? Those are galena. And the greens and the blue are Shadakite and chrysocolla. How absolutely stunning are these? So for Instagram, I actually did a video of the fluorites and the towers together, and you guys, And you guys, the blues, oh my god, they just hit so beautifully together. They both just look so amazing together. And if you guys don't know, I really am a big fan of blue crystals. I really gravitate towards a lot of blues when it comes to crystals. But I will say that there aren't too many crystals, or you have to get kind of hues of blues to get like a nice blue collection going. But oh, anytime I see blue crystals, I die over them because I'm absolutely obsessed with the color. Then the next thing I got in from India are these gorgeous, are you guys ready for these? These gorgeous high quality grape agates. And I just want to give you a second because you finally able to find some gorgeous high quality grape agates. Now I know I have a lot of the lights on so you can't tell how gorgeous this video is, but I am gonna insert a clip of the video that I posted for Instagram because I was able to do that with little exposure. And you guys, they sparkle so much. They are so stunning. Oh, I am absolutely obsessed with these beauties. Unfortunately, because I have so much light on these, you don't really see it. You can kind of see it better when it's dark and you just kind of have like your phone flashlight on them. But you guys, they are so insane and sparkly. Oh, I am absolutely obsessed. And I actually have never had grape agate in the shop before, so I really am excited for these pieces. You guys can see the sparkle, but I promise you they sparkle so much. It's just unfortunately there's so many lights on it, so it kind of is shy when it comes to sparkling. But I hope you guys can kind of get an idea of how beautiful these pieces are. It's actually been a while since I've thought about grape agate, and then one of my vendors had some really gorgeous high quality pieces and I had to get them for you guys. And then the next thing I was able to get my hands on, which I am super excited about, are these gorgeous red Phantom Quartz kind of points, I would say, right? Because they're not clusters. So if you guys don't know, these have been such a big hit recently, especially for Tucson. I saw a lot of people buying these gorgeous red Phantom Quartz cluster pieces. Now, I was trying to get clusters for you guys, but I just want you to be mindful. They are super, super pricey. They're really expensive. They're not affordable. And you guys know that I try my best to be as affordable as possible. So I wasn't able to get my hands on clusters just because I didn't know what the demand would be. So I didn't want to buy a ton of clusters and then just have them kind of sitting around. I saw these unbelievable points. I had to snag them up for you guys. How gorgeous! I just thought these were really beautiful. I think they do give you the same kind of effect as the cluster does, but at a much more affordable price point, because I kid you not, like even a small cluster at wholesale was starting at like $90, $100 were some of the cheaper ones. Then I would need to make a profit off of that, so I would have to put more money on it. I just thought way too expensive. I know a lot of you guys that shop with me really do appreciate that I do have a lot of affordable options. If I am able to find affordable clusters, or obviously once the hype kind of dies down for these, I feel like the clusters will reduce in price, then I will try to get those in for you guys. But I just thought this was perfect because I still almost get kind of the same idea as the clusters, but they are in separate point form. And then of course I did do the same thing as I did with the fluorites. I paired them in groups of 3s, so there are smaller points and larger points all together at different price points, and hopefully everyone will be able to afford a piece. I think what's really amazing about these red Phantom Quartz is when you actually see the red Phantoms inclusions in them, and you can see the inclusions so beautiful in these. So that's why I ended up going with these, because again, a more affordable option. So a lot of you folks who have been in live sales and have seen these clusters, I've seen them start at like $200 from other shops, so super, super expensive. So these are going to be a lot more affordable. A lot of these are going to be probably 30 and below, even 20 and below for the set of 3. So you guys will be getting a really good price, because for the clusters, they are pretty high up there. And then the next thing that I ended up throwing out on the table are these really gorgeous malachite slabs. They are small, they are fully polished, but it's been a while since I've done malachites and I didn't know what table to throw these on because again, they are pretty small. They're super cute. Again, just really fun little pieces, something different. You usually see a lot of spheres, towers, but I love that these were kind of these smaller polished slabs. I just thought these were super cute compared to like the big spheres and towers that would run you a lot of money. So I just thought grabbing some of these would be cute. And then a lot of you guys, if you are into any wire wrapping or jewelry making, some of these can actually be used as like pendants or maybe something for like a bracelet. Or into that, I definitely would recommend snagging one of these pieces because both sides are polished, they are smooth, and some of the smaller ones would probably look really nice as a pendant. And then the last thing that I threw out on the table, which I am super excited about, are these gorgeous topaz from Mexico. Now honestly, during the Tucson live show, I saw a lot of imperial topaz going around, and you guys, I was obsessed. A lot of the nice quality topaz that I saw at the show was from Brazil, but my supplier from Mexico had these absolutely jaw-dropping topaz. So they all will come with their own little box and where it is mined in Mexico, and I just thought that was so freaking adorable. So I only have 5 of these pieces, but I did want to show you guys because how unique. I have never seen topaz from Mexico. So beautiful and jaw-dropping, and they honestly do pretty much remind me of the topaz that I saw out of Brazil during the gem show. So I really love these. I love the quality of these. They are so beautiful that I could not pass these up. I mean, you guys, look at these pieces. So if you are anyone that has been wanting a topaz, I do have a few of these available. How absolutely amazing and gorgeous. They are a little bit pricey, but that's okay because again, we are getting into raw specimens. A lot of smaller, more rare crystals will run you a good amount of money, but these aren't going to be priced too crazy because these aren't like jewelry grade topaz. Like they're almost there, but not there. But they are kind of on the pricier side because they are topaz. But how gorgeous. And you guys, I saw topaz for the first time at one of the live sales. So I wasn't at the gem show in Tucson, but I did see some lives that were happening in Tucson, and that was the first time that I discovered or heard of topaz from Brazil. And when I saw them, I was on the hunt. So a lot of my Brazilian suppliers don't deal with topaz, unfortunately. I have been asking and reaching out, but unfortunately none of them have been able to find it or source it. Again, there's very few that do it. Also with like tourmaline from Brazil, like the really gorgeous high quality pieces, there are only very few vendors in Brazil that actually mine that stuff, know the carats, know how to grade it, know how to price it. So a lot of the sellers that I get my citrine and things from, they don't deal with like the very high grade tourmaline and topazes and things like that from Brazil. They deal with kind of like, you know, your typical quartz pieces, amethyst, clear quartz, smokies, citrines, trollite, right? Like those are kind of the main things that you're seeing out of Brazil. But the very like specialized topaz, the high quality tourmalines, those are very few suppliers, and unfortunately I haven't been able to get my hands on some from Brazil. But you guys, when I saw those from Mexico, my jaw dropped. I was like immediately like, yes, take my money. I need those. So that is everything that is out on the table. I know this was kind of a longer video because I have so much out. You guys know that I prefer to do smaller curated live sales to have like maybe 3 to 5 different crystals and a good variety of them. But this live sale, I have such nice variety for you guys, amazing crystals from all around the world. So definitely, if you can join me over on Instagram at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so 2 hours after this video post. And the link to both my website and my Instagram are always in my description, so you can click that directly. So the live sale will be 2 hours from now. So if you can join, definitely join me because obviously you get first dibs on these items, and then whatever else is left will be posted to my website either that same night or the next morning. So definitely check out the website Saturday, kind of morning, afternoon, depending where you are, but definitely Saturday all the items will be posted to the website. So thank you guys so much for watching, and as I mentioned, Etsy is open again. So a lot of you guys who followed me on Etsy and first started buying from me on Etsy, I have reopened it, but I just want to make the disclaimer that there only are the higher priced crystals on my Etsy. My full inventory will still be mainly on my website. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are excited for this live sale because I really am, and then making this video just gets me more excited for the live sale. So if you can, join me later on tonight and I will see some of you guys in the live sale. If not, then I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.